Good morning, it's Hunter, and today we are counting down to an extravaganza called Chemo Buddies for Life Give A Thon. Yes, it's a 36-hour streaming live show. Think of the days, and if you have to Google it, it's crazy to me, but wink, wink, I am at the tail end of the baby boomers, guys. And many of us remember the Jerry Lewis telethon. It monopolized our television sets. It got so big that that's all you thought about when it came to that particular weekend. Good morning to my dear, dear friends, Carol Brown, first of all, one of our co-producer for the event that we are having, the 36-hour streaming live extravaganza that we are having, the second annual to benefit Chemo Buddies for Life. We have with us, actually, can I just brag? This woman is a volunteer, and she is actually keeping things going for me. She's the bridge to so much, and I can't say thank you enough, Erin, for it. Carol Brown, let's go back. I am just going to be bragging today because, you know, it takes many people to make something happen. And when you are a nonprofit, it takes people that are volunteering out of the goodness of their hearts. And these people are volunteering with such drive and passion. They see what it is that we are doing, and we are actually set to change the world. It's huge. And we are going to be sharing it live with all of you, and we are sharing it, that you actually can make a difference if you believe. And we have people that believe, and thank you, yes. And I did win the crown on August 30th to become the first global impactor, next impactor. And so we got a vote of confidence with winning that. And I say we, it's not that I won it, we won it. Our movement won it. And all of the people that are involved in this movement are benefiting from it, and thus benefiting others. That's the way to do it in life, guys, is don't ever do anything alone. Do it in teams. And that's what I have truly always believed. And that's what we're doing here. So thank you, Carol. Carol is in Toronto. And we're going to be talking tomorrow about the event that she's putting together. And oh my, if you're anywhere close, if you're in Canada or northern United States, and you can make it to Toronto, you might even want to book a room, because this is going to be such an event. You do not want to miss it. And we have Stephen Smith out of Florida, Sarasota, Florida. That is also, I mean, can we say, contacted the news, the local news, and he is going to be having a segment in regards to that, what he's doing down there during the event. We have one of our buddies, one of my buddies, one of our chemo buddies, Helene. And Helene she's a survivor. And now she's giving back, and she's giving back with her words. She is a writer. Do you know that she's published? And that her goal is to get her thoughts on paper and through digital medium to be able to inspire others. I love it. And we have Christopher Kaysen. He is the number 4 runner-up from the Next Impactor, and he has Autism to Artism. He is a volunteer, and he's helping people to understand that there is healing through art. Then they're all talking with each other. I love it. I love it. We're having a party here. So let's continue with what we're going to talk about today, because I could brag all morning long about the team. This is only a very, 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 very small part of this big, huge machine of teams. May I say plural? Teams that we have going on with Chemo Buddies for Life and this particular event. We are doing this, and why are we doing this? That is possibly the question many have. What is Chemo Buddies for Life? And why do we even exist? And what do we think we're doing? How can we actually say that we're going to change the way cancer is done? That's a pretty bold statement. Well, we know that. We do. However, there is a vision. And whenever there is a vision and you truly believe, there have been people, you can think of one person's name that changed things, that created a movement for change. I could go through history and talk about it because I'm a big fan of history. I study it. I study it a lot, and I've truly been studying it a lot while we've been working on this. Something was said in the middle of the night last night. Yes, I work with different buddies or volunteers at different times, and I was working with one of them last night in the middle of the night. That seems to be when we can connect. And we were talking about all the wins and losses, because when you're building something, you're going to have both. And you're going to learn from your losses, and then you'll continue to have wins. And we were talking about the very first attempt at the site that is going to make a huge difference throughout the world. And that was about 2.5, nearly 3 years ago. About 2.5 years ago. And I was talking about how, believe it or not, anybody that knows me, how it was me that tried building it like I thought I could. But yeah, there's not a lot that I don't think I can do. However, there's a lot that I'm really not cut out for, and we all know that. However, if you believe, you just do. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about right now, is that site I crashed and burned it. Yes, I did. I totally crashed and burned. I didn't even know what a WordPress was because I was a recruiter back in the days, and yeah, we used to have WordPerfect. So I thought, oh, it's just like WordPerfect, Symphony, Excel. Yes, I'm dating myself. That's what I thought. No, anybody that's into computers knows WordPress is, helps to build sites. And so I started playing with it, crash and burned it. We've done that a few times, or I've done that. I can't say we, I can say I have done that. Now I don't give myself rights, and I don't let anybody else give me rights where I could touch the wrong buttons. That's a good thing, because we need to know where our strengths are. But there was a vision, and that's what started this. Now, 2.5 years later, we're at a point where we are doing some pretty incredible things. And it is all about that person or those people that are hearing 3 words no one wants to hear. Too many are. And that is, as yesterday we talked on Service Heroes Show with Coach Chuck, he was very transparent about the fact that he's testing right now for possible cancer. That is someone that we want to come to us as a buddy. Someone that's going through that. They need support. Then, if you hear those words, you have cancer, either for yourself or someone you love, you need to have a community, somewhere you can go, somewhere you can feel at home. And that is what we were doing. So how do you do it? How do you become a buddy? How? Well, we had, because of the crashing and burning that I did, it's always been that it will be a hybrid. Think of a matching site comes to cancer with people that are there for the community and to help. So it's a matter of using our modern day tools to give a solution that is truly needed to help change the dynamics and the playing field. So my team, our team at Chemo Buddies for Life has created an event page. We have a big beta site being built right now. However, we have created the event page for this upcoming extravaganza to raise funds and awareness of our program. On that, there is an area that says get involved. Click on it, and what will happen is there will be a sheet that will come up, and you'll be able to fill in your name and information, and we will be contacting you. This is the first step in what is going to become even a bigger, wonderful digital process, that it will be seamless, and there will be people there always, yes. However, we want to be able to get people enrolled as quick as possible so that there is immediate help. Immediate. That's what is needed, and that is the vision. And it doesn't happen fast. It doesn't happen overnight. And at times, yes, I have a tendency to beat myself up because it hasn't happened as fast as I would like. Last night I felt better because one of the volunteers said, wow, you've done all of this in that amount of time. And I thought, yeah. And he actually said, good job. And that made me feel good because this is so huge. I don't want to get weepy here, guys. We're starting the day. However, transparency and lack of sleep, that we have a mission to change the way cancer is done, and we are doing it. Yet, we are not touching everybody because we've needed to build the infrastructure. We are building it. Let's see. Let me see what's being said here. Tamara, you got all the buddies with others who need buddies. Yes. I want to thank you and appreciate for being, thank you, Helene. It's been my pleasure. We have one of our another amazing volunteers, a buddy that is helping us to get the word out. And Barbara, we need to get you scheduled and get you going for the program. There's so much going on. And yeah, we've had plenty of them. Our middle of the night chats, right? Yes. And I love it. When you have people of purpose that see a vision and know that there's a community out there that need us, that want us, and we have the solution. What is still needed? Quite honestly, what we are doing. We are now at the point where we're building the infrastructure. I have compliance officers I am right now dealing with to make sure that we are 100% in every which way on top of everything. That's not easy to do, even for the big nonprofits, quite honestly. Yet that's what I insist upon. I want the best in all of our categories, and so that we are so solid and the foundation is so built, so strong. Yes, there's a lot of sews in there because we are sewing a fabric. The S-O turned into a S-E-W. We are sewing a fabric and a foundation that is going to last for lifetimes. We are building a legacy. Has to start somewhere. And so that's what we've done. And in fact, last night, that's what we were talking about, is that you just gotta do it. So we are just doing it. Yes, it's our blessing when we get affirmations from our friends and supporters for sharing our bright lights. I love that. In fact, let's go on to, not always does this work out because I don't give notice. However, guess who we are going to be highlighting today as our volunteer for the day? We are volunteer spotlighting you, Stephen Smith. And I just invited Stephen Smith to be part of our leadership team, which not all of our volunteers, because it requires a lot of time. We have people that are devoting, volunteering hours, like a second job amount of hours for this cause because they believe in it so much. I want to be able to hire some of them. I do, and we need to. We need an infrastructure of people that are hired And we have programs that we want to sink into our nonprofit to benefit our buddies. And that is what we need the fundraising for. We are raising funds, and I waited until I knew that we had something so solid, so strong, and so real that your pennies count. Every penny counts. We are supporting those people that are affected by cancer, both the patient and those people that love and support them. And we have Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith is out of Florida, as he said, and he actually has a nonprofit that he is out there live with nature, and he's helping people. He helps the people start the day, and he's into sunrise and sunsets in a beautiful area, Sarasota, Florida, one of the most amazing areas in the United States. That's where he's from. And I'm highlighting him. He took this idea and having an event at a location where there's entertainment, that there can be fundraising taking place, and that there can be media that will, local media that will talk about it and do a news article about it and get our buddies program out there so that we can be enrolling buddies and we can be raising funds for those buddies to be used in their benefit. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for joining our team. Thank you for stepping up, because you continue to step up and you step up more and more. And that is what is making a difference in our program. It takes volunteers that have a vision, that know that we can do this. We can do this. That one person, many people, we are connecting many people through our volunteers and through our buddies and our buddies network throughout the world. Join us. Have you joined us yet? If you haven't, why not? We have created a program, and we have the infrastructure now, and we'll continue to build it. I'm not going to misrepresent. I don't. We are poised to impact the world. And if you haven't donated yet, or you haven't pledged yet, or you haven't sponsored yet you're being called to do it, because I know many of you are. I know it. Many of our volunteers will tell you they do too, because they were also called. And it's pretty crazy how many of them are, because this is a program that is really doing exactly what it's meant to do. And that is touch that one person, those many one persons throughout the world that are feeling alone and isolated, that are feeling so depressed and scared that they do not know where to turn. And if they have one of these, they will be able to turn to us wherever they are once we have this built. Yes, it is huge. Yes, it is grand. And yes, it will happen. Mark my words. Anybody that knows me knows that I do not stop. I put it out there that I would become the next impactor. Why? Because of this program. What happened? I became the next impactor. Not for me. Not for me. And let's make it clear. Yes, we've received resources, and I'm sharing them with everybody for this program. Have I received one penny? No. No. Let's make that clear. It's not about Tamara Hunter, though my name is the name. I am the global next impactor, the first one. But it's not about me. And I'm highlighting everyone else because I truly see that that's the way we will accomplish what we're doing. So I am going to be bold and say, I need you to donate today. This is not an option for me in any way to be shy about it. No, because I know what we are doing is changing the face of cancer. We are taking the scary out of the word. That 6-letter word is no longer going to hold the power it once had. And those monsters, yes, we're turning them into Monster Inc. If you don't know what that means, check it out on Disney. Join us. Together, anything and everything is possible. And we are not stopping. So, you can either join us or you can say, I wish I had. Because I wanted to be there and for some reason, something kept me back. Well, just don't let it. Because most likely you're meant to be with us if you're feeling that way. You can talk to many of our volunteers. They'll tell you stories. Because we've all felt it. I was called to this. Many others have. This is a calling. And we are answering the pleas of those people in the night, that person in the night that is afraid and it's dark. Let's shine the light on them. Let's give them a place to come home where they're loved and they can laugh, because we believe in a daily dose of laughter. Have you had yours today? And they can find that service hero inside of them and start serving our community. By serving others, we find ourselves. I know, because I have witnessed it over the last nearly 3 years, because we've been putting buddies together through this whole time. We've been doing it manually because that's what the program is, and it works. So, what are you waiting for? Go to cb4l.org, donate today. If you want to become a buddy, go fill out that form. We will contact you. And if you are a buddy, please fill out that form so we have all of that information now in one place, now that my wonderful team has created the form. It's the first of many forms, but we have to start somewhere, and we have. I'm proud of what we're doing. I will be going live again with the Service Hero Show today at 2:30, not 2, but 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern time, and we will be highlighting, I will have as the guest one of our volunteers out of Phoenix, and she goes by Misla. It's Lisa Marie, but she puts it backwards because she always gets confused by a famous daughter. Wink, wink. All right. See you then. Go out there and tell this afternoon, make it a great day, and be of service to someone. Give them a smile, open a door, and be the service hero that you are inside, especially if you need that hero for yourself. Show up and be kind to yourself. You'll be glad you did. Bye.